Let me show you how I use a fountain pen to reach my goals in 2025. Hey Goodfellas, I'm Naldi and we are at Style of Zug. I'm back from Las Vegas and the mastermind that we had in Las Vegas was absolutely mind-blowing, inspiring, and also it really helped me to get back and focus on what we have to achieve in 2025. And this is exactly why I think now, December 2024, is the perfect moment for this video. I want to show you how I personally use those wonderful fountain pens that we always talk about on this channel to actually make sure that they help me achieve my goals throughout the year and that they're useful for what they're meant to do. So let me show you very concretely what happens for me in 2025. First of all, don't ask me where this notebook is from. This was actually the notebook that was a gift during the mastermind. So it's nothing special, but I used it and the paper was actually very good. That's why I really much enjoyed it. Here is where I wrote during that event my goals for 2025, okay? One way how I use my fountain pens, how I make sure that these fountain pens, are extremely connected to me and to my journey, and every new pen that I buy also becomes part of this journey, whether it's a journey with your family, an entrepreneurial journey, any journey that you're going through in your life. If you want to do a marathon, if you want to lose weight, whatever you're doing, writing down what you're doing, writing down what your goals are for that specific thing that you have in mind is the best way how you manifest it. And the other thing is how you keep yourself on track on that specific goal that you have and on that specific journey that you have. So I want to show you my breakthrough goals for 2025. I've written them on a piece of paper. I had to cover something for a matter of privacy and internal things. I want to show you what I've written down. It's very easy. And of course, what I've written in here is the result of a lot of thinking and a lot of writing down things and ideas and goals and purpose on my notebooks. But here we have it, Breakthrough 2025. The quote of the year 2025 for me is going to be stop playing and thinking small. And here I have 8 goals that I'm looking to achieve in 2025. So, for example, I'm starting with 48 personal weekly challenges. So I'm trying to gamify my entrepreneurial journey. What does this mean? I'm trying to actually, make sure that every week I have a specific challenge that helps me raise the bar in a specific field. So, want to know what it is about? I've written the first 3 out here. So, you see, it's written here, but the concrete idea is also written on here. Check this out. You see? So for example, here I have from Friday to Sunday, because I'm back now from my trip, I'm gonna try to have at least one video that reaches 100,000 views on Instagram. So that's gonna push me to create a content that will hopefully catch the attention of people on social media. That's one of the ways how we change the game of the pen industry. Then, for example, for next week, Monday to Sunday, I have as a challenge to go work out at least 4 times in 1 week. What's gonna happen? If I do that 1 week, there's a high chance that the week after I will continue that habit. So usually a habit takes a few weeks to really, become part of yourself, but still it's gonna help me every time I do this challenge and that I reach my goal of the challenge of the week, it's gonna help me raise the bar. And that brings me also to my second goal, which is lose 20 kilograms. So I've tried this year to lose a bit of weight. I gained weight because of stressful eating, when you're in that journey and you have a lot to think about and maybe you have, some frustrations or just a lot of pressure, then personally one way how I try to overcome that stress is by eating. Some people don't eat nothing at all, some other do other things. Personally, it has always been eating. I really want to go down 20 kilograms because a good entrepreneur is a fit entrepreneur, and I want to be fit in order to have clarity of mind, not being foggy, be very focused and clear on my journey and on what I have as a goal for 2025. Then another thing that I think is going to be very valuable to me is to participate to 3 masterminds. So you also see I've written each single goal in another color and then it repeats. So it also gives me visually that aesthetical pleasure of separating the different goals that I have. So participate to 3 masterminds. I just participated to one now in December in Vegas, which wasn't really part of my industry, but the way how it elevates your mentality and the way how it helps you to stay on top of your game, it's just incredible. So I'm gonna search for another 3 masterminds this year. Probably I'll be in Vegas again end of next year, not 100% sure, but I do want to do another 2 amazing masterminds this year, maybe one mentality and one more specific to my industry, whether it's retail and e-commerce, whatever it might be, and I'm looking forward to that. By the way, I hope this is inspirational to you guys to also set your own goals for this year. Then another goal that I have is read 12 books. I tried to read as much as possible this year, but I only reached about 3 books this year, which I'm not satisfied at all. And every time I read, it's just amazing how, again, I'm on top of my game. Because you're, thinking about the right things and you're applying what you read in your daily life and you're just performing in a different way. You feel better, you're more relaxed, you're more calm, you're more clear about what you have to do. Reading is so important. It even doesn't matter if you're reading, romances or if you're reading things that is about personal development. The most important thing is to read. Then I have put a goal about the turnover that I want to reach with Style of Zug, and then also have put what kind of personal wealth I want to have. I did this year and I went over the goal that I had. So it made me understand the fact that I wrote it down. It helped me to always have that inside. Hey, I have to reach a personal wealth, which then also helps me, set a budget to make sure that I can put money on the side, to make sure that I have that personal wealth and that I can then use that money to reinvest into my business and to reinvest it into the ventures that I have. Same thing with Style of Zug. I just realized this morning actually that I had set the turnover that I wanted to achieve in 2024. Guess what? I did 40% more than the goal that I had that already looked to me like a little bit of a fantasy. I was like, if I achieve that goal, then that's gonna be amazing. And with another company that I have, I also had put a specific turnover that I wanna reach. Again, I did way more than what I had put down. So putting down those goals, handwriting them, and then reading these goals every single day and maybe journaling about them and kind of writing down on a daily basis or weekly basis where I'm at about these goals really helps me to make sure that I stay on track and I keep on going. Then, another 2 goals that I have, I'm just sharing it with you guys for a matter of transparency. And, I love when we also talk about things that are just different than typical just products. Having 50,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of 2025 and 100,000 Instagram followers by end of 2025. It's not that easy at all, but I'm gonna give my best to achieve that because that's definitely the way how we are going to change the game. If I wanna do that, I need to make sure to raise the bar of my content, and you guys will probably be very happy about that. So I'm gonna work on that. And to achieve these things, I'm gonna focus on 4 main things. One thing is organization. Second thing is about thinking big, my fitness, and 4th thing is about raising the quality of what I do, or also about, quality over quantity. So the last years have a lot been about the quantity, and maybe now I want to step up the game towards the quality of my posting and of my YouTube videos. So we're going to work on that next year, exactly on that. Besides writing down in such a way, which, I have this on my table at home, and every morning I wake up and I just go through it once again. I'm just like, okay. Reading these goals helps me staying on track of it. But what I do is also, whenever I read, I mark things. And then at home, I have a beautiful notebook, which is this Smythson notebook. Let me show you. That's a notebook that you need to consider. I have this Smythson notebook, and I write down each single quote that I have marked. I write down the page, and I do that book by book. So what happens? Every time I have read a book, and if, I want to go back to The Alchemist of Paulo Coelho, which is an amazing book, all about, believing and finding your path, then I go in my book and I go read all the sentences that I had marked that sum up the sense of the book, bring me back to the moment that I had read the book, and bring me back to that mentality. That's been so powerful, so beautiful. And every time that I read and then write down by hand, that's extremely important. Every time that then I write down by hand, it's just another thing. There's one last thing I want to tell you, how important it is to write down things that you're learning and writing it down by hand. So while I was at GoPro in Vegas with Sandro, some people were jotting down their notes on their note app on the iPhone. And I was writing the notes on my notebook, right? So I was writing everything that I have learned during the days here on my notebook. And then we spoke about it because they knew that I was in pens, I'm not into network marketing, and we were speaking about it. And they told me, listen, I was typing the things during that event, but I don't remember a thing that I have typed. While the day before I had written down and it just flew into me. So that really hit me hard, and it made me think about how important it is to write by hand. Today, more than ever, in this digital era. And of course, to do that, owning multiple pens with multiple inks just gives you a different sensation while you're doing that. And there's one last thing that I want to mention, and it's the fact that every time that you are writing something, you are actually bringing your ideas from your brain into reality. So you're not typing something from a brain to another brain, which can be our phone or our MacBook. So a phone, a MacBook is like a brain. It's a digital brain. And we go from one brain to the other brain. No, when we handwrite them on a notebook, on a piece of paper, on a napkin, then for the first time, that thought that we had in our mind has become a reality. And I think that there is nothing more powerful in order to manifest what we want to do. With manifesting, by the way, I'm not thinking about some esoteric thing. I'm just thinking about putting what you're thinking about clearly in your mind. So clear that your mind and your brain starts going 100% toward that direction. So you see, Goodfellas, this is exactly the way how pens help me achieve my goals, not only for 2025, but also how it helped me achieve my goals for 2024 and how it's going to help me achieve my goals in 2026. As I told you, nowadays, more than ever, during this digital era, it is extremely important that we handwrite more than we type. So good fellas, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments the way how you do that, the way how you use handwriting in order to manifest and in order to make sure that you achieve your goals. And I can't wait to read from you, and I'm sure that everyone else cannot wait to see the way how you put your beautiful writing instrument in use, how they help you become a better person day by day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget that together we are changing the game.